lovelies, so I had just posted my latest video covering most of the summer updates we got, but since I had gone on a trip for 1 week, I had just found out recently about the new Valkyrie doll releasing. I had known about it before, but not about it releasing the same week I was leaving, which is a coincidence. But y'all, that whole community is in flames right now, and I am not even exaggerating, and it's over this doll being released, so let's get into it. Doll's price. Okay, before we get on to the more controversial part of this topic, let's start on why I feel this set is really expensive. Like, just look at it, it's being sold for $50 to $60, and that's for America. Also, the unfortunate thing about this is not everyone internationally can buy this set also, because different countries have different currencies, they might actually be a lot more money than it is for people in USA, Canada, UK, and more. So, this is straight up unfair. Not to mention there will be 6 more dolls representing each element you get when you first start playing Campus 3. So that's just great. Also, people were complaining about the Goddess of Triumph set being expensive, but that was pushed aside because it was used for charity work to help people with cancer, which is actually really heartwarming if you think about it. Especially if you take into account how Roblox takes 30% of Game Pass's sales. So, if people were mad about that, what made Royale High think this was a good idea? Now I know Royale High didn't choose the price, it was Roblox, but still at least make the doll higher quality or something. The dolls actually look really basic and bland to say the least and look like they are worth half their price. Also, something I almost forgot to mention is that the work and effort used to make these dolls could have just been used to make these dolls sets in-game for everyone to buy, because now the new Valkyrie set is worth like 10 million diamonds or more. Which is unfortunate seeing how much hate Royale High has been given from the community recently, which is of course deserved, but you would think a game like this would at least try to improve a lot more. But I digress, let's talk about the main problem people have with this set. The main issue people have, the main concern people have been saying is about Jazwares. Which, if you don't know much about Jazwares, it's the company that makes Squishmallows and also helped make the Adopt Me toys. Now if you aren't caught up, Roblox has said you have to work with Jazwares to be able to sell toys for your game. Which, to be honest, isn't needed, but I feel Royale High wanted to make dolls for us to redeem since their game is dying, and since they aren't making as much money from players, they could make more money off of their own merch. Now don't get me wrong, Royale High has actually collabed with Jazwares before. If you ever got a mood-changing necklace or the Call Me Bob ring from the toys they sold, which is maybe why they thought nothing much of doing it again now. So, because of that, I find it really stupid how people are coming for Royale High about this just now. Anyways, if you aren't aware, there is a war going on with Israel and Palestine, and unfortunately with wars people die, and there is always lots of debating around the topic. So, because of this, Royale High players are telling people to boycott all the new dolls that will be released soon. So therefore, if you buy any of these items, you are seen as a horrible person. But personally, for me, I feel it's people's money, so they get to decide what they want to do with it. I might not agree, but that gives me no room to tell them they are a terrible person for buying items that support Israel. As not everyone believes in the same political views, so I would push my ideas on them without myself knowing, which is just not right either way. Of course, I am not that most educated in this argument, so please take everything I will be saying next with a grain of salt. Okay, so from what I researched and noticed, most of the funds go to Royale High, and of course some does go to Jazwares. But since Jazwares said they supported Israel, people believe all the funds from the dolls will be used to hurt more Palestinians, which makes sense, but is rather not verified. The only time Jazwares has ever donated to Israel was in 2023, so I think if they haven't donated to them since then, the funds will most likely not be going to Israel, since like I said already, it's will mostly be going in the Royale High developers' pockets. Now this of course isn't for sure, and there is still a chance, but we can never fully know until a later date. I personally side with Palestine, but I am trying to be as neutral about this topic as possible, because I feel that is the best thing to do. Please let me know if there is more to this topic that I didn't cover, so people in comments can be aware about it. Overall opinion, I wish Royale High had just made this set available for everyone by just releasing it all in the shop, but no, Royale High had to make everyone suffer by purchasing, in my opinion, ugly doll for $50. I find that so dumb, because mostly everyone will buy this doll only for the set in the game because of how much it's worth. Not because they actually want the doll, which will cause a lot of people to have unneeded expensive dolls that they could have used the money for something more useful. I also wanted to make a cheaper recreation of this avatar in Royale High, but then I realized that in itself is expensive to do if you don't have all the items to recreate the look. Overall, from what I have said in this video, I actually think this one is really not mostly Royale High's fault, but actually Roblox for allowing Jazwares to be the only company you can use to make toys. Anyways, let me know your thoughts about this whole update. Conclusion, regardless, thank you so much for taking time out of your day or night to watch this video. Those were my thoughts, and please don't be surprised if I don't post for another month. I am usually very busy, especially with school coming up for me in 2 weeks. Also, please let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and make sure to comment on my video with a watermelon emoji if you agree with me on this video, and be sure to like and subscribe for the algorithm, so more people can see this video, and I will see you guys in another great video.
Bye!
My lovelies.